In my station of work, I deal with young ones starting from age 6 to 12. Though sometimes I go to adolescents, teens, but in the last 10 years, I've been dealing with the young children, toddlers. And living with them is such a good experience to me because I have learned a lot of problems that they face and I'm able to deal with them. I learned by looking at them. I know when they are happy and when they need support. I mean support in terms of psychological, emotional, because where they are coming from sometimes is not very friendly. It's not a conducive environment. At times, a child may come when he or she has not been bathed, or maybe he's very clean, he looks well, but when you stay with him or her, you realize that he is not happy or she is not happy. And when you come closer to him, you endear him to yourself, you probe him or her, you learn a lot. Like recently, I was talking to a child who has not learned how to read, how to write. He is very well dressed, well cared for, but I'm concerned. Why hasn't this child gotten anything from the time I started taking care of him? I've been teaching them alphabet, basic arithmetic, but for a whole year he has not acquired anything. I cannot tell him to write a simple word, he writes. Or I tell him to write a number, or he knows what it is. And then I decided I'd like to come closer to this child. And when I started asking him, I came to understand him. He told me that the mother went away and left them with the dad. And the dad is a busy man. He's able to provide, to give everything that is needed for the family. The mother went and left this man with an adolescent girl and this toddler who is 7 years old. So after school, it is the duty of the adolescent girl to go fetching water, to fetch firewood, to get to the market and buy the supplies they need for cooking supper. And then it is her who will know what this other child needs. It is her duty to make sure that the child has done homework. But since she's very busy, imagine a girl child who is a mother and she's only 14 years. She is cooking for herself and the father and the little brother. She'll know where to fetch firewood. She'll know where to fetch water. She will bathe the child, wash his clothes, and of course now, cook supper. Do you think that the mind of this young boy will be at peace? And when he asks the father where the mother went, of course the man will not tell the young son that they disagreed and the mother went away and she's not known when she's coming back. He tells the son that the mother fell and broke her hand. So she went to the hospital to be treated, and that she's hospitalized there. And the father does not know when she's likely to come back. So I went ahead and called the sister to come and get to know the truth about this boy and about the family, about the mother. It is the sister who revealed to me that the, the parents had differences. They had been quarreling for a long time, and the mother was the one who is not playing her role. According to the girl, the mother does not respect the father. She doesn't do her chores at home. When she goes out, she comes back late. She doesn't prepare meals for the family. She doesn't even have a job or a business that can help her to provide for anything in the family, so she cannot afford to employ a house help who will be taking care of the children when she's away. And as such, when the father comes and finds that, for example, there is no supper, the children are just lying there waiting for the mother to come. There's no one to clean these children. Then the dad will not be happy. He will question, and then they will start quarreling. They fight. And then sometimes the mother can even hit the dad with an object that makes him, that hurts him. She cannot obey whatever the husband is telling her. And since she's arrogant, after a period of time of being corrected or being told, this is not right, I want you to be living like this, then she decides to go away. She goes and stays even for several years or an year, and even sometimes she can come back after 2 years. So this sister was telling me, I'm very bitter with my mother because she keeps on moving from her mother's home to my dad's place, and like that. So even I've not been stable in school. I've taken such a long time to finish my primary school course. This is why I'm in grade 5 when I'm supposed to be in Form 1. So I had time to counsel this young girl and to tell her, maybe your parent is suffering from maybe a condition or an illness that makes her not to be stable mentally. Don't judge her. Pray for her. Even when you'll be a grown-up, I pray that you won't be bitter with her, because there are things we cannot understand about other people. Why on earth can a lady go and leave her adolescent girl under the care of the father? And then there is this young boy, very little, innocent, so good, with very good temperaments. When he finds someone to talk to, he pours out everything to me. And then I have time for him. He has a shoulder to cry on. I assure him, I tell him that the mother will come back one day. And she'll be well. She'll be out of hospital and she will come. But the sister is a bit grown. She understands the problem that is going on in their home. So she says that the mother is to blame for what she's going through. But when I asked her, how is your father treating you? She told me that the father is providing them well. He is treating them well. All that they lack is somebody to take care of them in terms of cooking, preparing things for them, even making sure that when they come back to home from school, they'll have time to do their homework. Sometimes she sleeps late wakes up early because the dad has to go far where he works. But thanks to God that the grandmother, whose home is nearby, is so loving. She talks to this young girl and assures her that all is well. And there will come a time when the mother will come to take care of them. But she's so sad that she had a sister who went away with the mother. And she fears that little sister suffers because the mother, when she goes away from their home, sometimes she goes to get married to other men. So she can be married to this man this time, another man that other time, like that. So she fears that sister is also not going to school. And she doesn't know where the mother is because she heard that the mother was sent packing from the parents, her parents, where she comes from. So when you are dealing with young children, you must be friendly to them. You must have time for them to ask them what is happening. And you pray God that He helps you to understand them. And when they come and opens to you and tell you, teacher, I have this problem, I did not eat, you have an answer. And he feels secure. So taking care of these young children is a calling. It is a calling. You will not be able to stay with them if you don't have the patience. Even when you teach them one task for 1 month, 2 months, and they're not taking, you know there's a problem. And you don't hate them. You don't rebuke them. You tell them, you will know. Next time it is you who will be number 1. It is you who will do it better than the rest tomorrow. And that child goes home happy. So, I think when I live with these children, they give me such a good experience and make me have love for them. And I pray for them. I pray that God will finish their problems and that when they grow up, they will be great men. And I have experienced the ones I was taking care of when I was youthful. Now are grown-ups, and some of them, when they see me, they praise me, they give me presents, although you can't be loved by everyone. But this work is very much satisfying. So next time, I'll give you more experiences in my job that makes my days, the challenging ones, the good ones, and I hope you will enjoy. That's all for today. Goodbye. We will meet next time.